Woo. See, y'all, I'm trying to tell you this woman right here. Okay. So, for those who don't know who she is, so I got hip to you last year. My cousin shared with me your "I Will Wait for You" poem. And then she shared with me the sequel. And I was just like, oh my goodness, you guys, after you finish watching this clip, go Google "I Will Wait for You." You're welcome in advance. You're welcome. So I want to jump into that period because I feel like a lot of us are in that space right now in reference to waiting and not wanting to settle. Can you walk us through that time, that time in your life where you realized that, hey, I need to wait?
I think it all depended a lot on who I was surrounded by. When I was around friends who had boyfriends, it was kind of like it felt more like I felt more alone. Or when I was around certain settings, or it just came to a point where I had to start thinking through like what are the things that are making or causing me to feel this way. Because when I feel this way, I make dumb decisions. I start talking to dudes that look real good on the outside, but have nothing on the inside. Like it's just nothing. There's nothing more wasteful than a very attractive man that does not have a brain, or get disliked, or a guy who has a real heart for God but doesn't really have the balance of just period, just balance period. And I think that I experienced the extremes, and I just was like, there were times I wanted to be with somebody, but I really didn't really want to be with somebody. I didn't want the real commitment. So I started and even when I did want to just kind of like want what I wanted at the time, I realized that, and I called it that. I called people my applicants at the time, but it really wasn't like. I'm not gonna front and be like, oh, I didn't necessarily have a situation where I wanted to be with a guy, because that was consistent, like early 20s into the 25, into 27, and it's just like, man, Lord, like I really, really, really do want to be with somebody, and I was watching stuff like Love and Basketball frequently. It just was not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like that just will jack you up, period. Like, and so I was like, you know what? And I really started being serious about like my relationship with the Lord a little more, because I started trying to give God like this ultimatum, like if by 25 I don't have this, or if by 27 he ain't here, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do if if I get to 30 and then 30 came and I was just like, okay, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I met my husband like around 31, like 31, 32. But I think that the hard part is the societal pressures. That's the biggest thing to me. And even culturally, a lot of times it's pressure where people kind of look at you as though something is wrong if you're not validated by a relationship or validated by marriage, or you graduated college, and so the very next thing should be this. It shouldn't necessarily just be, start your business or see what God has for you, or just a highlight that's focused on marriage as opposed to really being single. And if you're that single, are you a feminist, or are you just? It's just like it's these operating in extremes. And I really believe that if we continue to live our lives submitted to God, then we'll see what He really truly desires for us. But I don't think we need to look 10,000 years into the future or 10 years into the future for that. I think we should just take today as it is, every single day as it is. If God should bring that person into our lives, that's great, that's wonderful. If He should not, then how do I see it as great and wonderful, even if that's not the case? And so that was what I was really fighting for, and I will wait. Like, it was the fight, it was the struggle. Like, man, I'm at this age, and it seems that this is not going to happen. And I say that it seemed like it wasn't gonna happen because I knew I wasn't marrying a dude from LA. I just knew I'm from LA. I just knew that I knew that I didn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? That wore pink suits, and there's nothing wrong with pink suits. I just didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted somebody who could lift up holy hands on a wife beater. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you, Lord. Like, God, like you my everything. Like, just on me, Jesus. Like, you know what I'm saying? I needed a sanctified thug. That's what I really, really wanted. And the Lord was like, okay, I'm going to give you exceeding abundantly. And it's like, I was like, Lord, this brother, I don't even understand what he's saying when he talked. But I think that, like, marriage and relationships, the way that God intends is not the way that we see it. It's always something more. It's about growing. It's about looking more like who He is. It's about 24-hour accountability. It's about someone who wants to see you grow in Christ. And it's much harder than I think we really want to imagine.
Yeah.